Greetings of the day. Namaste, everyone. We at Renewable India are proud to interview Mr. Rajesh Baheti, CEO, EV Division, Dhoot Transmissions Private Limited. Welcome, Mr. Baheti.
Thank
Mr.
you. Thank you
Rajesh
so much.
Baheti, thank you. Thank you. Mr. Rajesh Baheti is a seasoned professional who has been leading the electric vehicle division at Dhoot Transmission Private Limited for over 7 years now. With a wealth of experience and expertise in the field of EVs, Mr. Baheti has been instrumental in driving the company's success in this rapidly growing sector. Under his able leadership, Dhoot Transmission has established itself as a major player in the EV market, developing and supplying cutting edge technology solutions to some of the leading automakers and OEMs across the globe. Mr. Baheti's visionary leadership, strategic thinking, and deep understanding of the EV ecosystem has been the key factors behind the company's growth and success in this space. So today we will be interviewing Mr. Baheti. So how are you, Mr. Baheti? How are you feeling today?
I'm fine. I'm happy. And thank you for your elaborated introduction about me. I'm also a team member like you. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Baheti, and thank you for giving us this chance. So shall we start with the interview today?
Yeah, yeah, please, please.
Yes. Okay. So first thing is, of course, we want to know about the Dhoot Transmission Private Limited. Can you tell us something about the history and the background and how the company has evolved over time now?
Yeah, definitely, Shivalika. See, Dhoot Transmission have been established in year 2000 by Mr. Rahul Dhoot. He has started this first manufacturing plant in Aurangabad with the wiring harness as a product. Later, we also started electronics division, component division, cable division, switch division, and now EV division.
Okay.
We are proud to tell you one thing, Shivarika, that we have got a major share in two-wheeler segment for the wiring harness product. It means that with respect to competition in two-wheeler industries, we are number one in terms of supply. So that is a good
Yes.
proud feeling for us, where we are supplying to various OEMs like Bajaj Auto, Royal Enfield, Suzuki, HMSI, TVS. You name all two-wheeler OEMs are on the board for us. During this process, we are also catering the requirement of various commercial vehicles and off-road vehicles uh, through our wiring
Okay.
harness division and electronics division. Flashers and sensors we are supplying to them. Like we are supplying to John Deere, Mahindra, Piaggio, VECV, Kubota, all these customers we are supplying.
Okay.
Now, the most important point here is the visionary leadership of Managing Director Mr. Rahul Dhoot. Since he started this year 2000, since then and now, with his credible dedication, we as a company have come in a most demanding position globally. So if you look at currently, we have got 10,000 plus employees across all companies, wherein we are having three global plants and 17 locally in India. If you look
Okay.
at the another versatile segment, what we have done is that we have started engineering center at Japan, at Hamamatsu, where two Japanese team members are working for us in engineering center. At the same time, we also have an engineering center with warehouse in Korea, South Korea.
Okay.
So recently we started a EV division 2 years before. In EV division, we are supplying various products like wiring harness, main wiring harness. We are supplying EVSV. We are supplying a battery pack manufacturing, battery pack assembly to various customers like Bajaj Chetak, Ather, TVS, Piaggio, Atulato. So we are also
Okay.
going to come forward with two more products, onboard and offboard charger and DC-DC converter, which are under evaluation at our end. So during this
Okay.
journey, just to summarize, we will be ending this year 250 million US dollar as a turnover.
Wow. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Shiva.
Okay. Okay. So next thing is, see, the EV sector has been developing, since we know that there are something called as electric vehicles. So it has been developing since then. Every year or maybe every 6 months or 7 months, we keep on getting this news that this is some new development, this is some new type of technology has come in the market. So my next question is related to this: how do you try to stay up to date with such type of technology and advancements in your various product categories?
Yeah. Sure, we believe in our core values. We have got core values: innovation, integrity, commitment,
Okay.
trust, and quality. These core values ensures us to stay up to date with the latest technology. Like example,
Okay.
let me give you a various product range, how we are using this technology. Like in wiring harness, during our designing, we have taken a software support, where with the help of various software like CATIA V5 R20, we are using it for the 3D designing. Capital XC we are using for the harness process designing, and Capital Logic for the circuit simulation. Like example, likewise, you go in various division
Okay.
uh, during the design stage as well as during the manufacturing stage. We are using this the technological changes happening in the world. Particularly when you look at in my manufacturing area, in cable division or component division, we have got the
Yes.
best world class setup available. Like in cable division, we have got a drawing machine which is we have received it from Neof, Germany, and when we look at
Okay.
extrusion, it is from the Royal US. Likewise, various divisions, we do the best of the world benchmark, and accordingly, we are trying to make ourselves ready with the latest technology available in the world.
Okay. Oh,
Yes.
that is really nice. It is quite inspiring.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Uh, Actually, the thing is, we also wanted to know, there are lots of supply chain and logistics all actually involved in such type of manufacturing. So, how do you manage your supply chain and your logistics? Which, because you have different, now we are only talking about the EVs, but when we talk about the Dhoot transmissions, they have different product categories. So when you talk about EVs, so how do you manage the supply chain and logistics? And there are lots of challenges. There are lots of bottlenecks that usually is there. The quality of the supply chain, the raw materials. So how do you work on that particular area?
Yeah. Shivalika, basically, the supply chain is a completely changed post Corona,
Yes, of
because
course.
the demand, manufacturing, the production versus demand, there is a huge gap had come in various product category, which
Yes.
everyone knows. So basically, this had affected a lot to industry. The lead times of various products have been increased dramatically to the 2 years, 3 years. It is abnormal
Okay.
because there's a gap in the manufacturing against the requirement, and the manufacturing industry is
Okay.
unable to forecast what exactly is the real demand in the market. So
Yes. Of
now we
course.
also face this problem post Corona. So strategically, we have defined certain strategic alignment. We have done it. Like few of them, I'll tell you. Most important is the we were proactive in our planning. Means
Okay.
it means normally when lead times are going up, we need to have a realistic and correct forecast. So we
Of
were trying
course.
to do a proper advanced planning. At the same time, there is always a gap between forecast and actuals. So we need to have
Yes.
a alignment with customer, what really they need it next 1 year, 2 years. So the customer
Yes.
alignment, the advanced planning, and the most important, the strategic alliance with the supplier. The confidence and trust which we need to build with the supplier. Basically, if you give a trust to supplier and give them a wrong relationship business assurance, then all these three combinations gives us a success.
Yes.
So the summarize your question. The most challenging is the correctness of focus and alignment with a customer and the supplier. That
Yes.
supported us a zero loss at my customer end during the worst period of the corona till date.
Yes. So basically, knowing your supplier also and your customer also. So you are making a balance between these two.
Yes, you're right.
Yes, yes, that is quite good, and I hope that once when people will see this interview, when they will watch this interview, they will get this information that from you basically how to manage both these things, and and go ahead to achieve the goals, the company goals. Okay, so our next question is, see, in this industry now we have talked about the innovations. There are lots of changes also, and there are many big trends that keeps on happening in the industry. When we talk about sustainability, so there are every few years, like every 5 years, 10 years, there are always some of the sustainability goals that the country takes, that the UN has decided. So when the government decides what type of sustainability goals we should go ahead, so how do you align yourself or your brand as such with those goals?
Yeah. No, the innovation is our core value. I mentioned you in the
Yes,
last question.
yes, yes,
So we need to excel in innovation. The
yes,
basic question is that why innovation is required. Innovation will help you for overall cost competitiveness, means overall
yes,
creating a more value in the same product, improving the quality and reducing the cost. So that is a need of a time. So normally what we do, we normally work in a TPM ways where we go for continual improvements. So small changes. The improvement will happen in either in product or in our manufacturing processes.
yes,
So basically, these improvements are required for perfectness of the product. But at the same time, the another question is the sustainability, the current investments. So
yes,
we have to draw a line between innovation and the sustainability to make sure that our current investments how the current investment are not getting unutilized, but at the same time innovation has to come in the market because the competition should not go ahead against should not go ahead than our product. So
yes,
basically
true.
we have to define a product life. So when to launch a new product and when to kill the current products. So that strategy we are already defined how we will move ahead. So that's where the innovation and sustainability they means it is very difficult to draw a line. But as we move ahead,
Yes,
everybody understand how do how do we move for the one product stable, sustainable for some time, and then change and go for the new products. That's how it is going to
yes.
help us and help for our various changes in our process at our product level.
Okay, okay, great. So I think it is something where we talk about the circular economy. I think somewhere you can put yourself into that, right?
Yeah, you
If
can
I
say
got it
like
correct.
circular economy
Yes,
because the
yes,
current product investments or current challenge, the current product has to have the end of life, the change after 3 years,
yes,
5 years, and then in the
true.
meantime the changes, minor changes due to continual improvements.
Yes,
The major change happens, then it attracts a huge investment, a capital investment. So that also has to come forward. So it's a cycle.
yes. Yes, that is true. Okay, and
Yes.
one more thing I was quite curious, and I wanted to ask this before also. Are there any safety certificates that you have, that your products they have, and according to those certifications, you are judged in the market. Your products are judged in the market. Is there something like that?
Yeah, for the there are 2 3 levels of the safety requirements. In the
Okay,
certification wise, like we go with ISO 45001, where it helps for
okay,
the occupational health uh, and the safety is related to the people who are working on the line. There are environmental
okay,
safety. We go for ISO 14001. So all these certification we go through the systems. So make sure our product and processes are robust enough should not hamper the environment as well as our people. Now, when we look at EV as a product, there are much more than these requirements we are taking care, because EV, recent is incidents in the fire happening in the industry
Yes.
are
Yes.
eye opener for every one of us, where government has also
Yes.
brought a stringent norms of AIS 156, which helps to
Okay.
avoid the thermal propagation. So that's where that helps for the designing of the products. Then the
Okay.
manufacturing, in during the manufacturing of the products, we also need to take care of these safety features. There are specific fire suppression systems available approved by NASA, which we are using during the manufacturing of lithium-ion battery pack assemblies. So all
Okay.
these safety features are already built in our systems, and which is a basic need to move forward.
Okay. Okay. Okay, this is quite a eye opener, because to be very honest, we being from a industry where we have no knowledge about EVs and how the manufacturing of the EVs goes. So it is very important for the end consumer to know about all these safety precautions, because at the end they are the ones who are going to buy the product, and especially the brands that are manufacturing those EVs. For them also it is very important to take the raw materials from such type of industries where they have the safety precautions, the safety certificates and all. So it's actually eye opener. So okay, so next is, can you tell us, or you can describe us some partnerships or collaborations that you had with other organizations that has actually benefited the Dhoot transmissions?
So on organization level, yes, basically we have got a collaboration. We had a JV with Carling Dhoot India.
Okay.
So basically,
Okay.
when you look at the partnership is nothing but a trust between the two partners.
Yes.
And
Yes.
our trust is our one of the core value. So we believe a long partnership with trust only. So basically, what
Yes.
happened during the when there is a technological collaboration or transfer with each other, so every partner has got their way of, I mean, they have got a positive sense. Like someone has got a product technology, some partner has got a manufacturing technology. So we see that we support each other by giving the product and manufacturing technology and build our trust, and which help us to make ourselves self-sufficient. So that, like,
Yes.
one
Okay.
of the JV we had experience, and then similar type of support we are also doing with our various suppliers for long term long associations.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that is also very, that is actually something that the companies at your level, they are doing something, and especially helping the environment, also at the same time helping the economic development of the country. So it is quite again, I will say, again I will use the same word, it's an eye opening opener for us. Okay, so next is, see, we have talked
Thank
about
you.
innovation, we have talked about sustainability separately. So now, can you tell us how do you balance these both things? Because when we think about manufacturing processes and putting your innovation into it, sometimes some companies might look at sustainability, saying that, okay, let us put sustainability at one end and let us work on innovation and manufacturing process. So there's something, but at the end, when you talk about sustainability, when you talk about renewability and a green future, you have to balance both of these things together, and especially in a company where you are working towards a sustainable development society. So how do you balance these two things in your product development?
So I told you, Shivarika, last question, last
Yes.
answer itself
Yes.
is a complete balance. Innovation and
Yes.
sustainability is a balance. It is very difficult to draw a
Yes.
line. Like
Yes, that's
example,
right.
you take out the
Mm.
product life cycle. We do an
Yes.
investment for one of the product, and it has got its own life, a natural life, and a, a life which a market defined sometimes
Yes.
based on the
Yes.
competition, where the customers gets better value. So it is very, very, very difficult. It is a dynamic situation where we need to take a techno commercial decision, the project investment done versus return received versus market requirement. It's a combination of all. So strategically, we need to have a review. There is no perfect formula or rule where we can
Yes.
define
Okay.
at this stage we will push this strategy. This is a situationally and dynamically we need to evolve. So
Yes.
again,
Yes.
it is few of the products where we are emerging with new technological changes like EV coming in the market. You can say
Yes.
the the IC engine market is getting I mean, it is getting killed. Yes, it is a cycle. Somewhere else, IC engine manufacturer needs to take a call against the EV requirement because EV has got its own advantages with respect to environment, with respect to the society, and overall from cost perspective. So that's how
Yes.
is the combination of it's a dynamic situation, and finally the decision will be taken on the situation.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. 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 Next is actually the thing is we wanted to know, are there any because yours is a totally manufacturing company. So are there any CSR policies that you are working on, or maybe you are planning ahead, so that you can increase your goodwill in the market? And especially we are, we are focusing because we are working towards sustainability, and the company, both you and us, we are both into this industry. So we want to know, are there any type of policies that you have incorporated, that are having an effect, or rather they are helping in reducing the environmental impact?
Yeah. Now look at the CSR. When we look at the CSR policy, yes, we are committed for the society's development. So there are
Yes.
various similar CSR related activity we are doing it like as a part of our project. We are also we are working with one of the NGO Chetna Foundation
Okay.
where we are already doing support to them for building that. They are basically Chetna Foundation is working for the development of a child where nobody the society the society is not supporting for the few areas of childs. So for their developments, Chetna Foundation is working. Then
Okay.
they are also working for the health of the child or the young generation, how they should
Okay.
get the right direction. So there we are
Okay.
supporting. Then secondly, from the environmental perspective, we are working like the solar. We every year we are average approximately we are investing 500 watt in the solar panel on our
Okay.
overall as a company. So last 3 4 years we are invested around 2 megawatt in solar
Oh.
projects. So we are planning to generate the power energy required for our own product with the help of natural
Okay.
resources. So likewise, we are already strategically defined this going forward.
Okay, okay, that is good. So that means you are producing your own energy, you are using that energy, and then you are giving out to the world. That is really, really good to know that. Okay, and
Yes.
now my last question is, because there are lots of companies, startups, entrepreneurs who are entering into this field, into the field of sustainability, renewability. So, is there any type of message or any type of lesson from your own experience that you can give to them, regarding how they should conduct themselves, about the how, what ethical practices they should follow while in working in this industry?
Yeah. The most important, again, I'll cover the core values, what
Yes.
we are built in ourselves and in our system. That matters a lot. So every entrepreneur or newcomer, I would request, please define their core values. Then second is that EV or any new technology coming forward, no one knows. So
Yes.
from top management, we need to become a student to learn the new things. There we should not have any ego. Ki, why I have to learn? We have to learn the basic thing. If you know the basic EV thing, then you can take it in a big way. You can think about your investments, your plans strategically. You are going in the right direction. So learning should be the another area, and we
Yes.
need to be get updated with the global changes happening in the world, so that we should not be behind the technology what are coming in the industry. So these are the 3 points I will say will help to take you to the next level.
Okay. In short, basically, learning is a lifelong goal, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
in this
yes, you're right.
industry, when we are, yes, that is quite a good point, Mr. Baheti, that you have put, because sustainability is a type of industry where everything is every day some or the other new innovation is there. And even we also, when we open our switch on our computers for the first time in the morning, we always go and look at the news, because there are always something new in this industry. So
Definitely,
thank you,
yes.
Mr. Bahiti. Thank you so much. We had a very wonderful time, and so much we came to know about the EVs, and especially me, being from a non-technical background totally, and working and understanding how such industries work, how such products are manufactured. That is quite inspiring. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Mr.
thank you,
Bahiti.
thank you, Shivalika, for giving this opportunity to have a discussion with you. Thank you, thank you,
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
thank you, thank you.